Okay, I'm going to show you how a dry dock works, hopefully, and I'll give you a quick overview of the boat, the 30,000 foot view of our boat. All right. This is the dry dock. As you can see, our boat's on the dry dock. It's sitting on these big timbers. Anyway, what happens is you would fill all these walls and all this up with water, and this would sink, go all the way down until the boat can drive up in it, and then they pump the water out of it, and as it becomes more buoyant, it lifts the boat and everything, and then you can get underneath it and work on it. Now let me go to the other side where the sun's not shining. I'll explain this. Anyway, this is a pretty big dry dock. I mean, it'll hold our boat, and it could probably hold 2 of our boats in this thing easy enough. But this is the main rudder, and there's usually propellers right here at the end of this shaft. That's where the propellers are, but they're getting worked on right now. They're sent off to get redone. Anyway, you know how the rudder works. Whoop, whoop, and that controls which way the stern of the boat goes. But this also has flanking rudders on it, which these are your flanking rudders. There's 2 there, and then 2 that work for that propeller. And naturally, if you turn it this way and the propulsion's going in reverse, that's going to make the boat go that way, vice versa. These are called anodes, and I'm not exactly sure how they work, but they keep the boat from rusting, because the rust will eat these and not the boat. And here's an example right here. This one's been on here quite a while, as with that one, and they've just been kind of chewed up, dissolved, whatever you want to say. Anyway, here's where the other flanking rudder the other main rudder would come down. But anyway, that's the basics of the back. Over here, I'll show you a quick view. This water can go in there, and it just, it's just a dead spot. But they've got radiator fins similar, and that's where the water from the engines pumps through, and it comes down here and gets cooled by the river water to keep the engines cool. Then they got bumpers on the side to keep rookies like me from banging into a bunch of stuff real hard. These are the face wires right here, and they go all the way around. They go through that little roller chock, and then there's some winches right on the other side of the bulwarks where it says John W. Stone. And you put those face wires on something like those buttons right there. Right down there, those are buttons, and you could put the face wires around there, crank the winches up, and it would pull the boat up tight to this dry dock. If we wanted to move this dry dock around somewhere, we could. Anyway, so yeah, the face wires go up there. The tankerman would get out on the barge. You'd bump up to the barge. The tankerman gets out there, grabs the wires, hooks them on the buttons, and then we use the winches and suck the barge up tight to the back of the barge. Anyway, here's the second deck. Well, I'll just show you this. From here to here, this area is the galley. That's the galley right there where all the food's at. And then from about here back is the engine room. And then the engine room also goes down to the water line, well, below the water line to about right here. So anyway, that's all engine room. The next story is the sleeping quarters. That's the tankerman's room, that's my room, the captain's room, and the bathroom's on the other side. And then of course the wheelhouse, the stacks, that's where the engines blow the exhaust out. That's pretty much it. Just a quick look at the front of the boat here. Anyway, this is the push knees. This is what we push up against the back of the barge. That's called an H-bit. That's where you catch soft lines and tie up to the barge or whatever, and more rub rails. There's the underside of the boat, a bunch of anodes. And that is it.